Hey, what's up guys, this is Akshay and today we have with us the Namecheap shared hosting server as well as Reseller Club shared hosting server. So in this video we are comparing both these shared servers with their pricing, with their performance, with their quirks, their advantages, disadvantages and a lot more. We're also sharing this sheet which will help you decide one for you. Maybe if you are someone new buying a shared server or if you're just starting your blogging journey or a web development journey, this is a video you want to watch because I'm going to compare it as a web developer and as well a blogger standpoint. So without further ado, let's get started in the video. So guys, I'm using this Reseller Club hosting server for more than like 8 months now, and I'm using this Namecheap shared hosting server for almost 4 months now. Now I bought this for work specific, the Reseller Club hosting, and Namecheap I bought for my personal use. Now of course at this end of this video you will know why I bought for my personal. I bought Namecheap. There's a hint here, but again you get the idea, right? So we're going to discuss more. So first of all, we are comparing both the unlimited shared hosting server because with limitations it's really not good, I would say guys. If you could buy in a group, for example, if you're starting someone new, make a blogger group, join there and get the maximum plan, which I will show you what's the difference, and let's get started. So first of all, this is the Namecheap. Now I am on this Stellar Plus plan, okay, which has the unmetered SSD, unlimited websites, auto backup, domain name, and CDN, which I didn't got when I bought this. This is like after I bought this, so sad I didn't got this feature. But in terms of Reseller Club, we have the business we actually have the pro plan. So this is the organization plan. I didn't bought it, my organization bought it, but I choose this, okay. I asked them to buy this for me because why not. So this is the pro plan. It's perfect for medium-sized organizations. You get unlimited domains, you get free SSL certificate, you get unmetered space, unmetered data transfer, unlimited email accounts. This thing was so surprising to me because the price was so lower and it has everything unmetered. Now what is unmetered? Well, it's something that your it's not unlimited, to be honest. It's just that your hosting provider won't count you, like it won't keep counting like, hey, this is the space you have used 100 gigs, finish. No, this is nothing like that. Of course there is some limit, but I have never faced those limit as of now, so it's probably higher. So if I will face that end of the storage space, something like that, the end of maximum usage, I will let you know in the comments down below. But as of now, unmetered is like they won't count against you, they won't put restrictions to you. You can use it, but there is certain limit. Once you hit that, you can't exceed, you can't use more, right? So as of now I don't find any, because to be honest, I will show you the disk space and everything, but it's mostly showing unlimited, but I'm sure it is not unlimited because there's some reason why cloud servers exist. And again, I have also used Google Cloud Platform. So this review is not only for someone who had just started or something like that. I have used GoDaddy, I have used Reseller Club, I have used Namecheap, I have used Google Cloud Platform as a web developer standpoint, as well as a blogger standpoint. So I had this sheet I have prepared just for you guys so that it's easy to compare and buy. So as you can see, this is the best hosting which I recommend is these two hostings. That's why I made a video on this, which is the Namecheap as well as Reseller Club, and it is something I personally use and I trust. That's why I'm recommending you guys. So let's get started. So both are unlimited plans, okay. So we are not worrying about domains, we are not worrying about website limitations, we are not worrying about email accounts limitation. This is both are unlimited plans. So again, this is like, why not? Now first thing is that this is a 300 GB and 200 GB. So what is file usage? So basically file usage is like, they call it unmetered, but they still count it. Again, you've seen the pun. So it's like when you upload files as well as you download files. So both these sites are as file usage. Okay, some servers count it as file inode, the incoming file, while some do both of them. Now I think Namecheap is like file usage, and I guess the Reseller Club is also file usage. So mostly it's two ways, but for some servers it's one way as well. So as you can see, it's 300,000 megabytes in the Reseller Club, in the Namecheap. Sorry, 300,000 bytes in Namecheap, as well as you have 250 megabytes in the Reseller Club. So I have mentioned this. So 300 gigs, 250 GB. I think it's more than enough. Like if you're doing more higher intensive work than this, then definitely go with the cloud server. But again, all has its own advantages, disadvantages. Now, one thing not to know is Namecheap is SSD hosting, okay, which will make a lot of sense. I will show you. Let's do a speed test. Now, first of all, in Namecheap, I have 4+ websites. In the Reseller Club, I have 10+ websites. That's my work, design websites for organizations. We are B2B company, so definitely we want that extra space as well as the unlimited accounts. So let's go to gtmetrics.com. gtmetrics. Now once this one site which I made for my personal, like I outsourced it, so that's extreme PC. Now this site is actually hosted on Namecheap servers, so we're gonna test. We're gonna also open in a tab, and we're gonna also test my work company site. That's confluencer.com. Let's see the truth reveals, right? Which is the faster, the SSD or hard disk? Definitely it's SSD, but let's see. Let's see the scores. So this is very important if you're a blogger, even a web developer. Speed is very much important, and both my sites are a great performance, as like that's my job as a web developer. As a blogger, we're gonna keep the speed to the highest. So this is the performance report for the extremepc.net. Now this is hosted on WordPress with some extra customizations that I did, as you can see. So let's go to performance. So guys, in the performance tab, if you come here, you see this time to first byte, TTFB. So this is the response time from the server. So how much time the server takes once you give the fetch request, right? So that's 250 milliseconds, and this is for Namecheap server, which is this extremepc.in hosted on Namecheap server. Now let's go ahead. Let's see my work website, which is on the Reseller Club. So here, if you see the time to first byte, which is the server response, is 392 milliseconds. So you're seeing almost 140 milliseconds difference around estimated. So that's I mean worth it. I mean the SSD is faster, and this is not only about the speed, but for example, if you're a developer and if you're pushing changes through Git, then the Git response will be faster on SSD. Not only that, if you are a blogger, you push larger files to your server, you have like a downloads website or something like that, you might be using some client to push the through SFTP or FTP, then this is faster because of SSD read and write speeds are faster, as well as the response is faster. So I use CyberDuck for pushing the files to my server. Probably we do custom coded, that's why, and it's more responsive in Namecheap as compared to the Reseller Club. And also you should try this CyberDuck. This is a very nice application. I was actually earlier using FileZilla, but this is way faster, and with SSD it's even faster. So even if you're SSH into the server, if you're a developer, you are running some scripts, the response of those scripts in the terminal will be faster due to SSD. So SSD is worth it, guys, in Namecheap server. Now talking about outages, which is also a very important thing. Outages in Namecheap is like I am using it since 4 months, right? And I found 2 outages, and in which one was global outage, which was on February 12. You can see this article. Now they say they had fixed it within 45 minutes, but for me the whole site was down for a day. So that's not good, I would say. So there are more outages in Namecheap. If I said if you want stability, then definitely go with the Reseller Club, because it's an Indian company, so the downtime might be on the night, which serves the purpose, right? in the daytime people might be using your site in India. If you're specifically in India, definitely Reseller Club makes a lot of sense. But again, you get more features in the Namecheap with some downtime. If you're okay with it, then go for it. Otherwise, Reseller Club is there for you. That's why I have done the HTTP red. And if you are a blogger, you care about that every second of your page load. If you want to be on top of Google search result, this matters a lot. Now talking about SSL, which is also important, the HTTPS, the Namecheap has Namecheap SSL, and the Reseller Club has Auto SSL. So Namecheap SSL has a Auto SSL feature, so it automatically, once you add the domain, it automatically gets the SSL certificate ready for your domain. I think within 15 to 30 minutes, I would say. And whereas Reseller Club has Auto SSL, which you have to push a button to enable the Auto SSL, but it's relatively fast. But I would prefer the Reseller Club Auto SSL. Here's why. So if you go here, if you go to Namecheap SSL, now this is free for first year, and from the next year you have to pay it. So we're going to also check the cost of the SSL. We will count it against our final price comparison. So you see positive SSL for yourtechshow.com, and you can see status, right? Now install via Namecheap, if you can see, as you can see. So they have installed some websites, it's not successfully installed. But if you see, they have some limitations here. So they have like a 50 site limitation, as well as if you go to here, the plans here, you see free for first year, SSL certificates get automatically installed and are secured for up to 50 websites. So if you're buying Reseller Club to host 100 websites, I'm sorry guys, you got SSL only on 50, which is a very big bummer, I would say. And for that, I prefer Reseller Club, because this thing has Auto SSL. To be honest, I literally love the Auto SSL. See, let me launch this. This is the Reseller. This is the Reseller Club dashboard. Here you want to go to Auto SSL, which is right here in SSL status. If you go here, you have to just select the domain. For example, I want to activate for this domain. I will just select this and run Auto SSL. That's it. That's the better way. You have unlimited SSL here, and this really works great. There's another quirk in the Namecheap SSL, is that it only covers your root domain. For example, the extremepc.in, it got SSL, but mail.extremepc.in didn't got the SSL, which is very sad, I would say, guys. So mail.extremepc.in /2096, I think that's right 2096. Okay, it got SSL now. I don't know, but it was not working when I installed it, because I don't know, I think it has some problem, but like it was not working at start, so that was showing me error. Now it's working, I don't know why. So this is the problem with Namecheap. You know, some things don't work at all, something works all of a sudden. Like literally, I tried this mail.extremepc.in SSL for almost an hour, and there was no option, because in Auto SSL, if you go here, you can see you literally don't get an option to add sites. Just listed, you can just activate or you can just turn off, and you don't get subdomains here. So if you want SSL on subdomains, it might come, it might not come. You don't have anything to manage. Whereas in Auto SSL of the Reseller Club, you get the whole option, guys. Trust me. See, you get every domain here, and you can activate separate SSL for each one of them. You can manage it. So I would say SSL management is better in the Reseller Club. So that's very good. So in terms of SSL, I do prefer Reseller Club. I don't like this. You just give SSL free for 1 year and then you charge extra for it. It should be included in your Reseller Club, in your premium plan. In terms of domains, as this is unlimited websites, you can have unlimited domains. I have 10 plus on my work, this is Reseller Club, and 4 plus on my personal website, on personal share hosting, which is Namecheap. Email is also unlimited, but email, I would say the Namecheap email is a little bit slow. I don't know why, but it's a little bit slower as compared to the Reseller Club. Here also Reseller Club wins in terms of mail, I would say. So I don't know why it's slow. It's SSD. It should be faster, but it's a little bit slower. I tried changing clients, but I still found it a little slower than the Reseller Club. Now let's talk pricing. This is a very important thing. So this is the Reseller Club plans. Now Reseller Club plans are better in terms of pricing. Now first of all, let's talk the premium plan. Okay, then we will come with the single plan. Now I will show you why you shouldn't buy single plan. So let's get started. So as you can see, now here we won't discuss about the first year pricing. To be honest, every company out there will give you this benefit of first year. Ignore that, because you want to use this forever. If you are planning to build a website, if you planning for a long term, you want a trustable hosting server, because it's really a mess to change hosting server. There's a lot of issues. I faced it. I moved from Google Cloud Platform to certain. It's a mess. I first moved from GoDaddy to Google Cloud, and then Google Cloud to Namecheap. I know the whole transition journey was pathetic. There's so many issues. Your Google search results goes down because your website is off for a certain time. You won't get HTTPS when you transfer for the first time. Then some directory error. There's a lot of stuff. If you're planning to buy, if you're really in the game, plan for hire and see the renewal charges. Why I prefer both of these? Because these both will tell you the renewal charges. Instead of GoDaddy, 2,000 for the first year, and then you see the bill, it's 8,000 for the renewal, which is pathetic. So here, if you see, I took this Stellar Plus plan. I'm on this Stellar Plus plan, and you can see, just ignore the first year plan. Okay, it's extra benefit to you. Just ignore it. You see, it's 4248.98 rupees. So 4,000 to 49 rupees. Now let's come to the Reseller Club. Now I'm using the Pro plan, my work plan. You see. Now they will give you this benefit of 2 years. 1 year, of course, you will get more benefit. But why you wanna serve for 3 years? Like, you literally trust that company that much that you will be on this for 3 years. As I said, now this is the hard disk, right? This is the hard disk server. That's the SSD server, and the WordPress loads faster there. What if the WordPress becomes heavy next year? And the Namecheap will have an edge over this. So never, I won't suggest you to go like 3 to 4 years. Just buy 1 year, next year you can switch. Again, switching is not easy, but definitely you could. So we will see the renewal charges and not the first year. It's gonna discount it anyway. So it's gonna be 480 per month. So let's launch our calculator. So it's 480 per month. So 480 into 12. So that's 5760. I have mentioned here. So Namecheap is cheaper, okay, as well as it's faster due to SSD, but it has its own set of issues. The number one issue that say that Namecheap SSL is just for 50 websites and it's only for first year, then you have to pay. Let's see what is the SSL cost of the Namecheap. That should be included as well, right? So go to security, SSL certificates. Wildcard SSL certificate allows site owners to provide security for multiple subdomains on a single unique domain. Okay, so they are talking about subdomains. Okay, so one domain and then subdomains like confidencer.com, blog.confidencer.com, mail.confidencer.com, like this. Multi-domain SSL. That means that multiple domains can use a multi-domain SSL certificate to secure several websites by including many domains on the one certificate. Okay, so we're gonna look for multi-domain SSL. That's what we need. As you can see, it's expensive, right? So 1,300 rupees a year. This is 15-day refund, $10,000 warranty, no paperwork. Multiple websites, 100 domains with a single certificate. Okay, so 100 websites for 1,300 rupees a year. Now I would say definitely you will pick this one. This is the starter plan. So it's 1313, right? 1313. So we're gonna add this in this plan. So it's 1313. And I'm bad at mathematics, so we're gonna add this up. So 4249 plus 1313. That's 5562. Okay, so it's still 5562. So it's still cheaper than the Reseller Club, as you can see. 100 rupees cheaper, but yes. So Namecheap is cheaper, it's faster. again, it has its own set of issues. Now, one important set of issue which I didn't talk to you about is the domain movement. So for example, when you buy the unlimited hosting plan, you host multiple domains with it. Let me show you. When you host multiple domains with it, what you do is you forward a CNAME record to this. So for example, my work, let me show you both of them. Okay, so let's go to domains, and as well as here also let's go to domains. Both the same cPanel almost. There's some Namecheap exclusive features which I will discuss. As you can see, we have multiple of domain. So in Namecheap, it's very difficult to add a domain. There is an option that you can forward forward the CNAME record to this server and it should work. So my yourtexture.com was hosted somewhere else, but my store.yourtexture.com is hosted on Namecheap. So I just forwarded a CNAME record. This worked for the first time, but after that it never worked. I don't know why. I tried and some different websites. I tried 2 website hosting on this, and I just moved the CNAME server. It was not working, and it was specially mentioning that you need to transfer the whole name server. So what is name server is basically you giving the whole domain access to this cPanel. So all the domains should be here. But what if I want my mail on G Cloud, that is on G Suite, and on my website here? This is not possible. Like, it's possible, but you have to do configuration in the cPanel and not in your domain provider. So it's like Namecheap cPanel controls your domain as well. I don't know why they need this. So for example, let's go to add-on domains. Let's try to add a domain. So let's go add-on domains. Now add-on domains is like you can add multiple domains. Okay. So for example, let's take yourtexture.com subdomain as this dot sub. This is an example. It's not going to work now, but let's see. So on Reseller Club, it always works. I just point a CNAME to it. It works, as you can see. Now yourtexture.com is pointed to remote name servers. The add-on domain you need have to point it to DNS. So they want a whole name server to be transferred to them. See, they gave the option that you can do a DNS base with, you can just add this text record or CNAME record, but it never worked. It worked for my site, yourtexture.com. The store.yourtexture.com is hosted here, but the yourtexture.com is hosted in a different place. That's what I want, but it never worked. After that, it never worked. I need to point the whole name servers. So if I want to say use Gmail somewhere else, our email is on Zoho Mail. So I have to go to this domain settings. I want to go here in the, I don't know what's they call it. So zone editor, and here you want to edit the stuff, which is, I don't like it. You can say it's easy that it's all in one place, but I want more control over it. But on the other hand, if you go to the Reseller Club, it just works flawlessly. Reseller Club is, I would say you're paying 150 rupees, 150 rupees extra, but it's worth it because this thing always works. There's like a super stable kind of hosting server, you could call it. That's why I recommend both of them. So again, it's cheaper. Namecheap is cheaper, it's faster, but has own set of issues. If you are someone starting new, you really don't care about that, definitely go with Namecheap. But if you care about stability, it should always work. See, as a developer, people ask us to use the cloud server as well. Yes, I tried cloud server, but you want to minimize things in your life. You want to minimize the efforts, the extra efforts. You want to simplify things up, and Reseller Club does that. So for my work, I still prefer Reseller Club. For my personal use, I prefer Namecheap. Now let's talk about personal plans. So personal plans is like let's go to personal plans, hosting, shared hosting. Now personal plans is expensive, I would say. Just see this, okay? Ignore the first year pricing, as I said. You're gonna go for long term. So it's 2488 per year, and you only get 3 websites. Of course, you can share, but 3 websites, you get only 20 GB. 20 GB is enough, but again, see the difference, guys. See the difference. So what's the difference here? So it's like 2488 versus 4294, right? It's almost double. But what if you have a group of friends? Let's divide this 4294. Now I literally did this for my personal use. I team up with my friends to get this or even cheap. So 249 divided by 4. We have 4 friends, 1062 rupees. What's bad in this? You could share all these servers with them. You get unlimited email. Even you are paying 2,500. It's expensive because you get only 20 GB SSD and you don't get unlimited FTP accounts. You don't get unlimited mail accounts, and it's necessary, guys. If you host a website, you're gonna work for backlinking. You need a custom mail as well. Unlimited mails, way to go. So I would say go for the shared hosting. Group with friends. I did that. Make friends, make blogger friends, make developer friends, group with them, buy cheap, buy in group. So, but still, if you want, you have both this plans. Now, for our viewers, if you are using our link, you get special 45% off on first year if you use the Namecheap links. Reseller Club is not offering any discount. These guys really don't care if you buy or not buy through my link, but it's there. You could use the link. So use our link, 45% off. It's great. Highly recommended. Namecheap as well as Reseller Club both has its own advantages, disadvantages. If you have any questions, leave in the comments down below. I will share this sheet as well as all the things in the description, so make sure to check that out. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next video. Bye bye now.